In this walkthrough, you'll create a clear, useful table in Notion from start to finish. We'll begin by opening the page where the table will live. Choose the layout that suits your workspace. Give the database a meaningful title. Tailor the columns to match your information. Adjust property types so your data behaves the way you expect, and then add rows to populate it. Along the way, you'll get practical tips to keep everything organized and easy to maintain. Start by opening the page where you want the table to appear. This could be an existing page in a project area, a notes space, or any section of your workspace. Give the page a moment to load so you're working in the right spot. Once you can see the content canvas, place your cursor inside the page content area. This tells Notion that you're ready to add something new and ensures the table ends up exactly where you want it. With your cursor active, type / followed by the word table. That quick command brings up the table options menu. You'll see choices that help you decide how the table should be displayed. This is a handy shortcut anytime you want to insert a specific block without hunting through menus. Now select the layout that fits your workflow. Choose Table. Full page if you want the table to become its own dedicated database page. This is great when the table is the star of the show and you want maximum screen space, powerful database views, and a focused place for structured information. Choose Table. Inline if you'd prefer the table to sit alongside other content in the same page. Inline tables shine when you're mixing text, images, or instructions with your data, so everything stays together. If you're unsure which to pick, think about how you plan to use the information most of the time. A dedicated full page is perfect for dashboards and trackers, while inline is ideal for notes with a small data section. Once the table appears, give the database a clear, descriptive title. Click into the title area and type a name that immediately communicates its purpose, such as a task tracker, content calendar, or inventory list. A good title helps others recognize what the table is for at a glance, and makes it easier to find later with search. Next, rename the default columns to match your needs. Notion typically starts you off with columns like name and a few generics. Click the header of each column and change the label so it reflects the data you'll store there. Keep names short and specific. For example, you might use title for the main entry, status for progress, due date for scheduling, or priority to show importance. Clear column names reduce confusion and help keep entries consistent over time. If you need more fields, add new columns using the plus button beside the existing columns. Each column represents a property shared by all rows, so think about the attributes that matter most. Add only what you'll actually use, so the table stays tidy and quick to scan. You can always add more columns later as your needs evolve. After you add a column, remember to name it immediately, so nobody has to guess what belongs there. Now, change column property types to match the kind of data you're storing. Click a column header, open its property settings, and choose the type that fits. Use text for flexible notes or short descriptions. Pick number when you want to track quantities, budgets, or scores. You can set formats like plain numbers or currency if needed. Select date for deadlines, schedules, or milestones, which gives you a calendar-style picker and makes time-based sorting easier. Choose Select for standardized categories such as stages, departments, or tags. It lets you create a controlled list of options with colors so entries remain consistent. Selecting the right property type early prevents mismatched data and makes sorting, filtering, and viewing more powerful down the line. With the structure in place, start adding rows. Click the New button to create a blank row, or click into the empty row area at the bottom of the table. Type in each cell to fill out your entry. For select properties, pick from the available options or create a new one if it's missing. For dates, use the date picker to stay accurate. For numbers, enter only the value so the formatting remains clean. Move across cells to complete the row, and then repeat the process for as many entries as you need. As you add data, the table becomes more useful, revealing patterns and helping you stay on track. Continue updating and organizing your table entries as needed. Keep your column names stable and your property types consistent, so the database remains reliable over time. If you find a column isn't useful, you can rename it, change its property type, or remove it so the table doesn't become cluttered. Drag columns left or right to prioritize what you want to see first, placing the most important fields near the front. Within each row, you can expand the main entry to open its page and add more detailed notes or context without crowding the table view. As your collection grows, use the table's built-in tools to keep it manageable. Simple sorts help you bring the most urgent or relevant rows to the top, and quick filters help you focus on just what's needed today. Make small, regular updates so the information stays current. And try to keep naming consistent for select options so your categories don't fragment into duplicates. By following these steps, you've built a functional table in Notion that matches your workflow. You opened the right page, inserted a table with the layout that fits, titled it clearly, customized the columns, set smart property types, and added rows to populate your data. From here, routine maintenance and thoughtful organization will keep your table accurate, readable, and genuinely helpful every day.